Mike's one on?
Nothing.
Other than that.
That one hit high in the center field. Center fielder coming in. Myers is going to tag up. It's coming in, and he's going to be in there safely. And a sac fly by Kalina gets it done. Long shots are on the board. Wasn't hit particularly deep, but deep enough to get the job done.
Ryan, how much of our fun talk so far are people at home?
They missed everything.
Okay. Well, welcome, everybody.
So those of you that missed
Murfreesboro,
it,
Tennessee.
yeah, right, missed the whole first part of the broadcast. We had the live stream muted. Apologize for that. See, top of the first inning, Byers led off with a walk, got the third base on an errant throw to first, and just scored on the sac fly by Sam Kalina. That's going to bring up Renger. Should get you all caught up. Shots up 1-0 here. No, 1 out. Ground ball, third base side, foul out of play.
Still a bit surprised. I don't know if people were able to hear me last time. I can't remember when we got the audio up. But the right fielder's playing pretty shallow against a couple of our stronger hitters here. There's an opportunity for these guys to hit that outside pitch the other way. Maybe find some extra bases out there.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of trouble here. I mean, as I was saying earlier, and you probably didn't catch it, this field here at Patriot High School here, Oakland High School, Patriot Baseball is their home team here. Plays 327 down the left field line. And skips in for a ball. 375 straight away center and 324 down the line. So not a particularly big ball field.
And a pretty normal height fence, I'd say, Ryan. He's slightly above average, about typical everywhere. Extends up a little higher in center for a batter's eye. Pretty reasonable.
Fouled off his foot. It's going to be 3-2 now. So Renger.
He fought off a nice pitch there. Full count pitch. He's earned himself a chance to see another one. Fans still trickling in here.
The Catherine Kiersgaard sighting flew in for the game all the way from Oak Park, Illinois. I'd like to welcome all of our live streamers across the country. Back in Illinois, Wisconsin.
Good life advice, anyway.
That one skips in, and Renger works it full and gets the free pass. That's the second base on balls issued to the long shots here in the top of the first. With only one away, that's going to bring up Colin Kiersgaard. Colin, utility player. He pitches, plays third, plays first. Want to say he even got some action in the outfield a couple days ago.
I don't think that quite happened, but he played a little bit of second base.
That's right, second base. Lights are on here.
Coach has made it be known that maybe he should start working on that outfielder's glove.
Renger, big lead over there on the pitch. Lights having an effect here on this dark, overcast skies here in the afternoon.
It's nice to see him have him on this early. That prevents it from getting suddenly, playing in the shadows and in the window.
Hey, over to first. Renger down and in safely.
Anyway, so now instead of harsh shadows into brightness, now you got him on, and it'll be a nice subtle transition to him as the sun sets.
Fresso in the on-deck circle. Kiersgaard takes that strike called. One upstairs and away. 3-1 now to count. Like to see the long shots kind of jump all over these guys. You're gonna put up a crooked number here, first inning. That one down low, and Collins aboard with the third walk of the inning. Catcher out to have a discussion with the pitcher here for the Ruffnecks.
Yeah, I think, is that, Ryan, three walks so far here in the first? We had to walk the leadoff batter.
Let's go, James.
Renger walked, Karsgaard walked. So, pitcher, you know, he was probably standing around for the better part of 2 hours too. Had to quickly get ready. Might take both pitchers, you know, a little bit of an inning or two to really get a hold of their stuff.
Possibly, but I've noticed that there's some action in the pen for the Roughnecks early here.
Good observation.
Oh, that ball smashed out to left field. Left fielder, give it chase, and he comes up with it on a beautiful catch, going to his right and deep.
Nice play there, Ryan. As you said, he ran a long way. Trying to make a falling, diving catch to get the glove extended and saved his team a run.
Yeah, just hung up long enough. That would have scored a few there, at least one. Fresso gave it a ride. That's going to bring up Romich.
All right, boys, come on.
The two-way coach coming out to have a chit-chat, bringing the infield in. This break in the action is going to be brought to you by Mac Daddy on Madison Street and Forest Park.
And this break in the action has been brought to you by Mac Daddy Salon. Mac Daddy on Madison Street in Forest Park, Illinois. Stop in and ask for Master Stylist Tracy.
Okay, quick mound visit there. Coach makes the walk off the field. That ball fouled back. It's 0-2. Two outs with two men on here. See Jonah do something here. Maybe take one down the line.
Exactly, Ryan. Nice to see the shots get a second run here.
Oh, man. Pickoff attempt at second. Nothing doing there.
You have to wonder if maybe they talked about doing that play as the coach went out. Didn't want to do it the first pitch after. It was a little too predictable, but let's do it on the second. There it was.
Ball bounces in there. 1-2 the count with two away here.
Catcher doing a good job here, helping his pitcher out.
Ball misses low.
Yeah.
Evens the count at 2-2. You were saying, partner.
So, you know, the good catchers really try to form a,
Come on, Jonah.
you know, a symbiotic relationship with that pitcher, and really, you know, it's as much their game as it is his. You know, and they want to really work that pitcher through his troubles.
Up third strike, skips away. There goes the throw. It goes out into right field, and it's going to score a run. So you don't see that too often. A drop third strike. Catcher picks it up, throws it down to first, sails the first baseman. Wisely, the right fielder was backing him up. So now the shots got two in. Runners on the corners with two away. It's going to bring up Ricky Yenkin.
Ricky having a good tournament at the plate. Except they've moved him up a little bit in the lineup. I like seeing him up here. He's a good hitter.
Yenkin takes a hack at that first offering, fouls it back. Yenkin should reach. Looks like Nero in the on-deck circle. Upstairs, throw down. Oh, fake throw to second. Now both runners are in scoring position. Count even 1-1.
Ruffnecks came in second so fast. He overslid the base. Luckily, no one there to put hold the tag on. That didn't even make the throw.
That one misses low and outside.
Looks like the bullpen action has subsided. If they bring in somebody who appears to be ready and standing at call as needed.
That one inside, and now Yenkin works a hitter's count here, 3-1 with runners in scoring position.
Here you got to think that Yenkin's looking for one in this very specific spot. You know, you don't want to chase something, so if you see something in the perfect spot, take a hack at it like that.
Takes a hack of that one, fouls it down the first base line. out of play. That's going to work the count full here. So 3-2 at 2 outs. 2 runners on, 2 men in.
All right, here we go.
There's a ground ball to third baseman, picks it up cleanly, fires it across the diamond, and that's going to be the 3rd out. Out after the long shots have scored 2 runs on that. So 2 runs on no hits and no errors for the long shots. They're going to come up on defense here, and 2 errors by the New England Ruffnecks. We're going to move into the bottom of the 1st here in just a minute. You're watching the Joel Rhino Show on the Nero Broadcast Network. Back in the action here at Oakland High School here at Patriot Field. Joel, how are we lining up defensively?
All right, from starting at third base, we got Sam Killeen at third base, Jonah Romick at short. I think that's Bryce Poston at second. Matt Renger at first. Across the outfield, Rocco Nero in left, Ricky Yenkin in center, Colin Byers at right. And the battery today will be Colin Kersgaard on the mound and James Presso at catcher.
All right, let's see if the long shots can't put together a clean inning here.
Go, Colin. Go, Colin.
Kersgaard set on the mound. Gets the call from Fresso. Kicks, fires. First pitch. Just misses outside, not by much.
Mm.
2-0 the count.
That one might have truly been a little low. That first one still looked pretty good.
Gets the call that time. Nice adjustment by Kersgaard there. Still pounding that outside corner. Dial it in. It's a game of inches, partner.
That's for sure. Looks like this umpire has a little bit of a delay on the strike call. We'll see if that subsists. If so, we'll have to be patient with each pitch.
You ready?
Gallen's going to stay right there. You got to believe, unless he comes up and in. No, he stays outside. Full count to start off with the first hitter here. Let's see what Kersgaard dials up with Fresso.
They've overthrown that one a little bit. Left it high.
Oh!
Just barely
Foul.
got a piece of that one. And it was a high fastball, and they got just enough of it that didn't stick in the mitt and gives him another chance.
Would be strike 3. Now we got the free pass issued to the leadoff man. A little bit of humidity in the air. Little.
Yeah, no complaints here after what we felt so far this week, Ryan.
Yeah, nice cool afternoon here. Much appreciated. That punted foul down the first baseline. It's Matt Renger down there at first. Hitter shows bunt, pulls it back as Kalita comes charging in. Nice play by a fan there
Young
in
fan
foul
over
territory outside the ball field. Snagged that one with the glove. Nice job by the youngster. 0-2 the count to the hitter. Hard hit ball. Oh, it's a line drive caught, fired back across. Double play! Double play! Beautiful catch there by Romick. Fires a bullet over to Ranger. They get the runner cheating off first base on the line drive. And now it's quickly 2 away. To give Colin a little bit of a edge here, facing the third hitter. Gets a strike on the first pitch. Good to see. We're able to pick that up on the production side.
Yeah, I'm looking at the velocities here. He's hit 79 a couple times.
Chopper back to the pitcher. Fires it over and effectively retired in order in an unconventional way, nonetheless. And no runs scored, no hits, a couple of walks, or I'm sorry, 1 walk. And the double play was the web gem there. And as the long shots trot off the field, they lead 2-0. We'll be back at the top of the second inning here in just a few minutes.
This break in the action's been brought to you by O'Neill's Pub in Lombard, Illinois, on St. Charles Road, just west of Grace Street. O'Neill's Pub's been in business for over 50 years, serving up your favorite pub fare and all your favorite frosty beverages.
It's a good spot, kid. This is a good spot for you right here, buddy.
And this break in the action has been brought to you by our friends at Safe Built, a nationwide firm that partners with local governments across the country, supporting the enforcement of safe building, infrastructure, and maintenance standards, helping communities reimagine staffing, refine service delivery, and realize savings.
Yeah, indoor over here. Yeah. It's like nice. Looks nice. Right. Someone doing it here? Yeah, probably. When's that?
Then they said they only have the JV.
No! Yeah.
Rain's starting to come down again here at Oakland High School.
Yeah, the rain hopefully doesn't become much more than a drizzle here. It's always a risk with these humid Tennessee summer days. Things can just pop up kind of out of nowhere.
Rock it into one, kid.
That brings up Nero to the plate here to lead off the inning. Takes a look at first pitch. Strike.
You know, right now I was noticing between innings in the warm-up, you know, as these balls bounce on this carpeted field, that ball gets a little slick. I could see the catcher having some trouble keeping the grip on it, throwing it back to the pitcher. I think the infielders are feeling the same thing, and even the pitcher. But, you know, at least the pitcher can always ask for a dry ball. When you get the ball hot shot to third and you got to throw it, you can't wait. You can't ask for a new one.
Nero down 0-2, fouls that one out of play.
Go, twos.
Well, it's popped up in the air. Right fielder coming in. Pitchers in the mid-60s here. Should be BP for these kids. It's going to be leadoff man out. Struggles continue for Nero.
Go, 7.
And first baseman plays very far off the base.
Nero battling the 8th spot here. Bring up Poston and Roberts on the on-deck circle.
Run it out.
Basically a swinging bunt. Throws down to first. That's going to be 2 outs.
my switchboard has lost a little sensitivity. Maybe it's these raindrops. Push a little harder.
Yeah.
That's what she said, jokes.
Well, the broadcast isn't made for children, so that's going to be a first pitch strike right in there for strike one. Chopper, foul. Third base line. No ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the second innings. Shots up. Engelbert Humperdinck comes to mind.
Raindrops on your head.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Come on, G.
1-2 the count.
That was Engelbert?
Let's go with it, partner.
Okay.
Inside misses. 2-2 the count.
Come on, grab.
Roberts
Name you don't hear.
can
much
reach
now.
here. Leadoff man. Byers in the on deck circle.
Never met an Engelbert.
Ouch, ouch. That ball fouled off Roberts' instep on his left foot. Ankle. That doesn't feel good.
You ever met an Engelbert, Ryan?
No, I have never met an Engelbert.
How about a Bert?
I've got a couple of Humperdinks.
You've met a couple Humperdinck?
Couple Humperdinks. I went to school with a Humperdinck. Alan Humperdinck.
Learn something every day.
Let's go, G. Come on, buddy, right here.
Swings through that one for strike 3. That's going to do it for the long shots. They go down in order here. Top of the third, they'll be batting with the top of the order. Shots are leading 2-0 here. Bottom of the second coming up on the Nero Broadcast Network.
And this break in the action has been brought to you by our friends at Safe Built, a nationwide firm that partners with local governments across the country, supporting the enforcement of safe building, infrastructure, and maintenance standards, helping communities reimagine staffing, refine service delivery, and realize
I don't check the Game Changer too often. I'll check like YouTube once in a while.
Okay, so those are different. How many did you choose?
I'm looking right now. Let's see. Maybe 10.
Back in the action, dancing in the rain here.
I think he said the umpire's name was Caleb.
Heard that.
Sorry, Caleb, he says.
Yeah, good pitch. Spot.
Notice this war stick that the number 27 for the Ruffnecks is yielding. Has got some damage to it. There's a ground ball hit the third baseman. Kalina showing his range, fires it over, and pulls Ranger off the bag. That's going to be an infield single.
This just in from faithful viewer Stephen Karsgaard. Raindrops keep blowing on the head was a classic song was sung by DJ Thomas. So thanks to our
loyal viewers.
pop music expert, Steve Karsgaard.
Maybe
From up
did
in Elton,
Engelbert
Wisconsin.
Humperdinck remake it in the 60s?
We'll have Steve look into
Steve,
that.
check that out for us. Get back to us. I just want to continue to say Engelbert Humperdinck. It's a strike. 1-1 to count.
See if Colin can keep that guy close at first here.
Gets a strike called there. Colin's looking pretty strong on the mound here.
Now, he seems to be
Pitch count
locating-
between the two pitchers is pretty substantial on the difference there. 17 for Colin,
Of course, Colin still has
46.
to get through this inning, but it seems to be spotting his pitches pretty well there. As soon as we say it, of course, he loses one high. But let's see how this at bat ends.
Ruffnecks had a pretty efficient inning last inning. There's a chopper foul down the third base line. Yeah, Kalina really had a nice jump on that chopper on that last play.
Yeah, it was
I think he had a little more time than he thought he had, coming across the diamond on his way towards first base.
I agree. He had a ton of momentum going towards second, so we did have to try to stop himself, reorient.
Throw over to first, runner back in safely.
Make that throw in the run. Sometimes it goes a little offline. Now Colin's job is to fight through that. Don't let it snowball.
All right, Colin, one more.
2-2 the count here. Nobody out here.
Eric
Lead off
Jordan,
man on.
please.
Gen 1s. That one in the dirt. Full. Works the count full.
Now Colin's getting a little deep in some of these counts. We'll see how that pitch count ends up at the end of the inning here, but we'd like to see him be a little more efficient.
Line drive out in the left center. Might be a play at third. Yankin with firing it. He's off the bag! And he gets the out.
I'll take that, Ryan.
So Yankin comes in gunning, throws it to third. Runner on his way from second to third would have been safe. Wet conditions there when he went to slid past the bag by about 2 or 3 feet. And Kalina put the glove on him, and that's going to be out number 1. And a very important out, as that would have been a runner would have been on third base,
First
90
and
feet
third
away.
with nobody out. Now we've got runner on first only. That's the second time we've seen a runner overslide the base, that wet field and turf they haven't played on before. Looks like it's really resulting in these runners coming in hotter to each base than maybe they were expecting.
Yeah, that's it. The advent of the pop-up slide, which helps to prevent that. You go in hard, use the base as a fulcrum point to pop yourself up, keeps you from sliding past the bag, if you go feet first anyway. Allen gets a strike called there. 1-1 with one away.
Kalina's playing even with the bag over at third. Middle infield, double play depth.
Beautiful curveball there. Wow. Freezes the hitter, gets the strike call. 1-2 the count. Kyle's looking pretty confident on the mound here this afternoon.
This is where you want to see him put him away rather than keep the at-bat stringing along. Let's see if he can do it.
Oh, that one fisted out in the right field. Safety hit there. Just gets the bat on it and slaps it on the right. An 0-2 count. Gets the single out in the right. Now there's runners at first and second with one away.
That was good hitting. He was a little bit fooled by the curveball again. Just put back to ball, just kind of poked at it and was able to get it right over the first baseman's head. So, pitcher, not much you can do about that one, but move on to the next guy.
Well, nothing you can do about that last play. Nice piece of hitting by the hitter there. You got to come back, get the next guy.
All right, great job, Colin. Great job.
All right, now he's up 0-2, Ryan. Another chance to put a guy away. That said, easier said than done. We know the Ruffnecks are a good hitting team. I think they've scored double digits in all 3 games here that they've played already. Let's see if Colin can get an out here.
Is that right?
I think so. I know they've won a couple in double digits for sure. A couple Murfreesboro wins. I think they won the last one like 10-9 or something like that. Another foul tip on a.
Like to see Colin
strikeout.
get a little more efficient here so we can keep him in the game as long as possible. Our bullpen has not been great here the last 2 games. Starting pitch has been great.
Up to 20. This will be the 29th pitch or so.
Double play would be great. That one popped up on the infield. Nothing better than that.
There you go. Good job.
So infield fly rule in effect there. Umpire comes out, makes the call. 2 away here. That's a very important out with 2 men on. Giersgaard gets the soft contact, pop up in the infield. Nice play by Ringer to come in.
Now we got a mound visit, maybe a little bit of a cross up there. There's a runner on second. They'll go into more complicated signs to try to make sure they don't get their signs stolen. Every once in a while that can lead to a pitcher throwing a pitch the catcher wasn't expecting. So if that was the case, it was a good chance to get things set here before the next batter.
In there for a strike. Must be the bottom of the order here. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th hitter for the Ruffnecks. Outfield way in. Lay down the third.
Maybe it's that wet baseball, Ryan, but we just saw another catcher airmail one into the outfield on a steal attempt. And I gotta think that wet ball isn't helping. Both teams now have had a catcher thrown into the outfield.
Not sure if he would have picked that one cleanly in the outfield or been a better position for the overthrow if we would have got him. It's a nice throw, but wasn't close at the plate. Scores a run, though.
Yeah, now Colin's got to find a way to get this guy out, get back in the dugout with the lead.
You don't want to beat yourself in this game. That's errors and overthrows and things like that.
Possibly missed, Ryan.
Looks like Colin wanted it. Not a very emotional guy. Body language there. Kind of like, where was that? Colin gets set here for the 2-2 offering. Strike 3!
Let's go. Let's hit. Let's get that back.
Ruffnecks managed to plate 1 here. So we move to the top of the 3rd. Long shots leading 2-1. We're back in the action here in just a minute on the Nero Broadcast Network.
I'm Amber Patton of Total Control Sports and professional softball player. The Total Control balls are a weighted hitting ball system that develops a hitter's strength and extension through the hitting zone while providing instant feedback. They are used by individuals of all ages for both baseball and softball throughout the world, from recreational Little League all the way up through the professional levels. Major league teams like the Texas Rangers, travel ball gold teams like the Beverly Bandits, as well as over 10,000 colleges, universities, and high schools. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back in the action here. Leadoff man Colin Byers in the first pot here. Right fielder, left-handed hitter. Gets the string pulled on him there. He's out in front of that one. Strike one.
You know, Colin's been able to drop down some nice bunts this year. Other baseman pretty deep and off the line.
Nothing special here. 64 miles an hour there.
At the same time, this lefty falls off the mound more that third base direction.
Out in front of that one as well.
Sometimes these slower pitchers, you know, you really got to take an up the middle approach. If you think you're going to try and clobber every one of them, you end up swinging too fast, too inaccurately.
But hit high in the air out to left field. Left fielder coming in, shortstop going back. Shortstop makes the catch. Be out number one. That'll bring up Sam Kalina.
Go, Sam. Hey, Brian, come on.
Kalina sack fly last at bat out to center field. Scored Byers, who was walked, then stole second, and got to third on the overthrow.
Swinging and miss there. After that rough first, this pitcher has seemed to find himself with respect to control of the pitches. He needs to be executing what he wants to execute. Now it's up to the long shots to hit it.
That one inside. 2-1 here, Sam. Hit on the ground, shortstop sliding over, puts the leather on it, fires it high into the dugout.
A tough strike there, Ryan. That throw was so offline. By all rights, could have ended up in the opposing dugout, but actually hit the top rail. Glad it didn't hit a player, frankly. We've seen some scary plays in the major leagues lately where a guy take a 100-mile-an-hour foul ball, not a throw off the face. But anyway, it hit a rail and bounced back into play, and we weren't able to get that second base. I guess we'll take the runner.
Take the gift. Pitch outside.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, Ryan.
That's what they say.
Instead of wishing we had to. The famous Engelbert Hunkleberg song as well. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
I think you're going to get a correction again on that one. That might have been Tony Orlando.
Yeah, Tom Jones.
You just throw it anybody.
Throw over to first. Kalina back safely.
Scattershot approach. Just keep naming artists of the 70s.
Yes.
See if one takes.
You ever hear back from Steve?
No.
There's a ground ball. That might get through. Nice play by the shortstop. Gets it over to second base. Backhanded play. Gets the lead runner in the form of Kalina.
Go, Colin.
So Renger gets a board on the fielder's choice. 2 away here. Colin Kiersgaard. Upstairs, no, called strike there.
Big hole, right side.
See if Colin can help himself out here. Maybe get one down the line and get Renger in. Nice pitch there, just missed.
I'm calling here. I'm thinking right side. Just try to pound the ball over to the right. Get a guy in scoring position.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be strike 2, pardon me.
He did walk, make a walk that looked a little like he was heading back.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. 65 miles an hour sitting right there. Pitch was up. Second baseman.
Oh, that's the third.
Wow.
These runners are going to have to be more careful and realize that.
Right here. Going in hard.
It's like a slip and slide going into these bases.
Let's go, Colin.
Oh, that's a well-placed steal there. It's going to take the force out. Going right side. There's nobody covering first. Colin Motor, and he's got to beat him. And he does! And Kierkegaard's showcasing that blazing speed down the line, rumbling and tumbling.
Might be the first foot race I've seen Colin win. We'll take it.
A timeout called. It's going to be a second mound visit here, which may signify a pitching change here.
What's that?
For this break in the action, it's going to be brought to you by O'Neill's Pub.
This break in the action's been brought to you by O'Neill's Pub in Lombard, Illinois, on St. Charles Road, just west of Grace Street. O'Neill's Pub's been in business for over 50 years, serving up your favorite pub fare and all your favorite frosty beverages.
Basically every bag. Go, James. Did you? No, it's down there.
All right, back in the action here. Runners on the corners for the long shots with 2 down. Fresso at the plate.
This is a big at bat, Ryan.
Hey, James, be big, James. Be big here, bud.
I'd like to get that run back.
With an error, didn't make the play there in the grounder. Need to make him pay with the hit.
Oh, I went high in the air to center field. Center fielder coming in. Squeezes for out number 3, and they get out of it. Long shots continue to leave runners on base. But still maintain the lead here, 2-1 as we move to the bottom of the third. We'll be back in the action here in just a minute.
I'm Amber Patton of Total Control Sports and professional softball player. The Total Control balls are a weighted hitting ball system that develops a hitter's strength and extension through the hitting zone while providing instant feedback. They are used by individuals of all ages for both baseball and softball throughout the world, from recreational Little League all the way up through the professional levels. Major league teams like the Texas Rangers, travel ball gold teams like the Beverly Bandits, as well as over 10,000 colleges, universities, and high schools. Visit us.
This break in the action's been brought to you by Dairy Queen in Villa Park, 211 East St. Charles Road. The Dairy Queen in Villa Park has been in business for over 85 years. The friendly staff will be serving up frozen treats daily. Dairy Queen in Villa Park. Thank you for joining us on the Nero Broadcast Network. If you want to stay updated with new content, please help us by subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell icon to enable notifications. This will ensure you're notified whenever new videos are up.
Toss, James.
All right, welcome back to the action here. Long shots are taking the field. Kierkegaard has completed his warm-up throws.
Go, Colin. Keep rolling, kid.
My partner, Ryan Nero, made a quick trip to the concession stand. Ballpark hot dog. So I'll be walking you through on my own until he gets back. Leadoff hitter here for the Ruffnecks. Takes the first pitch a little bit high. 1-0 count. If Colin can get back to even here. Leaves that one way too high. Falling behind 2-0. Gets the leadoff batter here in this inning. Infield's playing deep. Third base slightly in, but behind the bag. Colin gets a swing and a miss there. Looked like a almost like a slider. Got in his kitchen a little bit there. And Got a foul ball. Evens the count at 2. This is outside and low. Runs the count full. Another count. Just a lot of pitches here. A batter with a lot of pitches. Oh, foul tip keeps the batter alive, and looks like it got a piece of the catcher's bare right hand there. You want to keep that covered up behind your back. The umpire's giving the catcher a few minutes here by walking a new ball out to Colin. Umpire's checking in with the catcher, see if he's ready to go. So agrees that he is. And we get the payoff pitch here to the leadoff batter, number 34. Oh, Kersgaard drops a breaking ball in. A huge pitch there to get the leadoff out, especially with the top of the order beginning to make their way up again here for the Ruffnecks. Let's see if this is number 9 is the number 1. So it looks like this is the last hitter in the bottom of the lineup, and they'll flip back around to the top with the on-deck hitter. It's a perfectly placed pitch on the outside corner by Kersgaard. Earns himself an 0-1 count. As most pitching coaches will tell you, that first pitch strike, very important. Some will call it the best pitch in baseball. Oh, thank goodness nobody was injured over there. That was a hot shot. But the safety fence there limited any damage. That had been an open dugout. Who knows what could have happened. Colin's now up 0-2, a chance to put this guy away. Oh. That was a ground ball, weak grounder to second. Poston got there easily, had plenty of time to throw it. Just about launched it over. Renger's headed first. Renger, with an athletic reach, was able to both catch the ball and hold the bag and prevent a minor issue. So 2 outs. First 2 outs. Leadoff hitter now up. Oh, got an excuse me swing there. Batter a little frustrated with himself. Working ahead again. It's good to see. That was a little high, maybe a little inside at the same time. Evens the count at 1 for the leadoff hitter.
I went with the hot dog. Yeah, Pat used to take a look right.
That was a good-looking pitch, but umpire said he missed by a little bit. Makes the count 2-1 for Kersgaard. Chance to get out of this 1-2-3 if he can get this guy out. Welcome back to the booth, Ryan.
Pop up infield.
Nice job, buddy.
Ringer wanted to jump up, grab that one, didn't want to even wait for it to get down.
And then the second baseman yelled, "You!" Just struck the field. Got it. But it all worked out in the end, Ryan. We had a 1-2-3 inning. It was a strikeout and a weak grounder to second and a pop out. So that'll do it here for the bottom of the third. Long shots up 2-1, and we'll be back after this commercial break.
I may have picked your water. Just saying.
This break in the action's been brought to you by O'Neill's Pub in Lombard, Illinois, on St. Charles Road, just west of Grace Street. O'Neill's Pub's been in business for over 50 years, serving up your favorite pub fare and all your favorite fries.
Leave it right there. I didn't get any bites on my offer to his camera.
Thank you for joining us on the Nero Broadcast Network. If you want to stay updated with new content, please help us by subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell icon to enable notifications.
Yeah, we are in Honky Tonk Town. Okay, back in the action here. Top of the fourth inning. Game's just cruising right along.
It's a Muppet song, moving right along.
Moving right along.
Not Engelbert Humperdinck.
Mm-mm.
Sounds
Oh,
like
that
a
was
Muppet.
Neil Sedeka.
Sounds like a Muppet.
That one upstairs.
2-0 again. Long shots have a chance. This pitcher is not overpowering. Long shots just need to be disciplined, keep their weight back, wait for it, let the ball get deep, and then hit the crap out of it.
Yeah, it's just a disappointing start here for the long shots. You know, this Roughneck team has handed us the ball game on 2 consecutive innings on errors and overthrows and walks and the likes. And, long shots just can't seem to get any kind of mojo going. You know, when they give you an out and when they give you a man on base, you got to capitalize on it. Just haven't been able to do that.
Yeah,
They managed to maintain the lead here.
Yeah, so often you. Oh,
Wow, nice play by the second baseman there.
just about knocked him over.
Yeah. I think
The
he
velocity.
flinched a little bit, then got it into the glove, and now
Number
with 2
2,
outs.
98-pound defensive specialist out there.
Miro thinking 365 to left. Let's go.
Let's find an open space. Come on.
Miro bad with nobody out.
Swinging out of his shoes. Someone, he heard something about 365.
You got to wait for it to get there, though.
Like that.
That one right at center field.
Oh, right. Hang with him.
Yeah. Well, solid contact out to center field. That's going to be the 3rd out, and that was a quick one. The bottom of the order going down in order again for the 2nd consecutive time. But the long shots maintain the lead 2-1. We're back in the action here at the bottom of the 4th in just a minute.
And this break in the action has been brought to you by Mac Daddy Salon. Mac Daddy on Madison Street in Forest Park, Illinois. Stop in and ask for Master Stylist Tracy. This break in the action has been brought to you by Dairy Queen in Villa Park, 211 East St. Charles Road. Dairy Queen in Villa Park has been in business for over 85 years. The friendly staff will be serving up frozen treats daily. Dairy Queen in Villa Park.
At TotalControlSports.com. I'm Amber Patton of Total Control Sports and professional softball player. The Total Control balls are a weighted hitting ball system that develops a hitter's strength and extension through the hitting zone while providing instant feedback. They are used by individuals of all ages for both baseball and softball throughout the world, from recreational Little League all the way up through the professional levels. Major league teams like the Texas Rangers, travel ball gold teams like the Beverly Bandits, as well as over 10,000 colleges, universities, and high schools. Visit us.
Yeah. Nero 3 has a lightning bolt. The other 2 don't seem to be showing.
Back in the action here, second baseman who made that nice catch up to bat here for the Roughnecks. First offering by Kiersgaard gets strike called.
We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm going to have to bring that ball down a little bit. Not the tallest batter, shorter, lower. That's the word I'm looking for. Lower strike zone.
That one skips off the turf.
Colin's struggling here. His control early in this inning. See if he can find it.
All right, Colin, here we go.
It's the last man in the lineup here. Just want to put it over the dish and let him swing away. And they do. It's a grounder to Kalina. Let's see if he can make the throw here. And he does. Executes it cleanly over to Renger for out number 1. And Collin did just what he had to do there. Pitch to contact, let the infield and the defense take care of you.
And now we see a number 5 coming up.
Number 5.
So it looks like that was the 2-hitter, and this is the 3-hitter.
Yeah, pardon me. I guess so. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, good correction there. What? Anyway.
Misses low and away on pitch 1.
Strike there.
Still getting used to umpire Caleb's
little
delayed
call.
strike calls. We're getting a little more used to it. At least he's consistent with it.
Now more action in the bullpen down the right field line. For the
Oftentimes
Ruffnecks.
when they're throwing while they're batting, that might mean he's coming in definitively. So we can expect to see a new pitcher probably for the next inning here for the
That's
Ruffnecks.
70 pitches. That might do it for him. Out in front of that one. Nice pitch there by Kiersgaard. 2-2 the count. Comes back.
He pulled the string on him. Big sweeping curveball there. Gives him 2 strikes. Now he gets a chance to put him away. I tell you, Ryan, these guys do a pretty good job with 2 strikes, just finding a way to get the bat on the ball and get themselves another pitch. Avoid the strikeout by putting it in play, seeing if they can get an error. Tip of the cap to them for that.
See a little fastball here. Blow it by him. Goes for that curveball again, looks like.
He's run the count full. Seen a lot of full counts by Kiersgaard today. I agree here. Let's just rear back and see what you got.
Right fielder Byers coming in. Oh, he makes the catch! Diving to his knees. Another web gem there out in right field. Colin Byers flashing the leather, coming in. Head of steam. Gets the second out of the inning.
Sensational sliding catch, Ryan. He was playing pretty shallow, apparently. I thought that was in no man's land for sure. But Byers, when I looked up, was already halfway there and kept on chugging and went to a slide, got that glove out and snagged it.
Beautiful play.
See if that can ignite the long shots here a little bit. Still need to get one more out here this inning before they can grab the lumber again. That one got a piece of umpire Caleb, I think.
Blue skies peeking through a little bit out in the over right center field.
And I'm hoping we've
Still getting some raindrops though.
A little lighter than earlier. Let's hope we're just getting the last remnants here.
Beautiful curveball in there for a strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away.
I feel like he's throwing a lot more curveballs than he typically does. He must be feeling good out of his hand today. He's leaning a little heavier on it.
Chopper, third base, Kalina gets it on the hop, fires it across. Scoop by Renger, beautiful play there, and that's going to end the inning. Long shot, so get a chance to get the sticks going here in the top of the 5th. We'll be back in the action here in just a minute.
Did Engelbert Humperdinck sing that song? I didn't think so. Did you hear us correct it? I did not. Oh, yeah. BJ Thomas. Ryan says it with conviction. He says, I want everyone. He also said Engelbert Humperdinck. I did what? My father sent in correction the attached. The BJ Thomas. So you're like, boo. Hey, we got a fan texting in. We got a correction. Tell me quando. That's Engelbert.
Did you guys see the dog walking through the park?
Yeah, the leashless. Just random dog,
Just a
lonely dog, like a lion.
Yeah, it's like a yellow lab just walking through. Still in the chin.
Up in the box and be patient, boys.
New pitcher here, pitching change for the Ruffnecks. I'd like to welcome Frank Rogers Jr., Tom Nikolai to the broadcast, streaming live all the way back in Illinois. Thanks for tuning in and supporting the Nero Broadcast Network. That'll bring up Bryce Posted for the long shots in the form of the leadoff man.
Let's go, Bryce.
Missed that one outside. Want to know?
Shots batting 10 hitters this afternoon. It's that inside corner. Kind of slightly awkward delivery here of the
It's kind
new
of
pitcher.
Call it a short arm or it's kind of a sling action, but doesn't really fully extend the arm and shoves it to the plate.
That one hit high in the air. Second baseman calling for it. Puts the leather on it. Ball hit a mile in the air.
A lot of pop-ups by the long shots today, Ryan. Not enough line
Come on,
drives.
G, barrel something up. Kid, have some fun.
It's hard to get hits on pop-up.
Let's see if we can get Graham Roberts going here.
Deep breath, patient, let the ball travel.
Not a lot of velo here. Hammers that one out into the right center. Right field, you're camping out. Puts the leather on it.
Is that 2 pitches and 2 outs?
Quickly,
Just
2
about?
away here. 4 pitches.
No, looks like about 4. First batter was 3 pitches. You're right, Ryan.
Rolls the lineup over, and Colin Byers, left-hander, steps up to the plate for the long shots.
You know, Ryan, against a pitcher like this, I think you got to take a deep breath, let the ball get deep. A wise man once told me that.
Byers fouls that one off the play. On a play. Byers in his last at bat. Excuse me, he's got a walk, a run scored.
Let's go, Colin.
I believe he reached on an error. Doesn't get the call on that one.
I think the catcher set up a little outside.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away here to Byers. Long shots leading 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. Foul tip there.
Feels like we're real struggling. This guy is not throwing too hard either, Ryan. 66s, 62s, 64s. Really need to find the way to make an adjustment here this time through the order.
Misses outside. Catcher doing his best to try to pull that one back in.
It was a noble effort.
Here you go.
2-2 and
Art
2.
framing.
And the offering. Swing and a miss. That's going to end the top of the 5th here. Long shots go down in order. Scores, we move to the bottom of the 5th. It's long shots 2, Ruffnecks 1. We'll be back in the action here on the Joel and Rhino show in just a minute.
That energy.
Not allowed to do that.
At TotalControlSports.com. I'm Amber Patton of Total Control Sports and professional softball player. The Total Control balls are a weighted hitting ball system that develops a hitter's strength and extension through the hitting zone while providing instant feedback. They are used by individuals of all ages for both baseball and softball throughout the world, from recreational Little League all the way up through the professional levels. Major league teams like the Texas Rangers, travel ball gold teams like the Beverly Bandits, as well as over 10,000 colleges, universities, and high schools. Visit us.
This will ensure you're notified whenever new videos are up. Thank you for joining us on the Nero Broadcast Network. If you want to stay updated with new content, please help us by subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell icon to enable notifications. This will ensure you're notified whenever new videos are uploaded.
All right, we're back in the action here, bottom of the 5th inning. Ruffnecks right-hander, number 15. Steps
5,
up
6,
to the
and
plate.
7 hitter here, Ryan. Second time through the order, about halfway through, the second time through the order. Don't know if there's multiple guys wearing the shoe or if it's the same guy as the last time. We'll go back to the Jordan cleats.
Ground ball, Kalina knocks it down. Shortstop gets a piece of it. Keep it on the infield, but it's going to be an infield single. Nice job by the long shot to show good effort there. Would have been a tough play had you stopped the ball anyway.
Yeah, no chance for an out on that one the way they were positioned. It was hit right between third and short.
It's going to be a leadoff infield single here for the Ruffnecks. Fresso, no stranger to the back pick over at first. To make sure Byers is aware of the situation. That one hit up the middle. One hops to center fielder. That's a solid single. And now the Ruffnecks are in business with 2 on and nobody out.
Caught a lot of the heart of the plate there, and the batter didn't miss it. It's been a while since we saw a line drive, Ryan, by either team, but there was one right there. Nice piece of hitting.
Colin had 66 pitches here on this outing. Cruising right along.
At this point, Collins just got to find a way to get an out. Infield corners are coming in, anticipating a bunt. Batter, if he does bunt, probably wants to try to get it towards that third baseman.
Strike one, swinging.
Big hack at that, Ryan.
Looked like Colin might have pulled the string on that one. Got the runner out ahead.
It was 72, might have been a little bit of a sweeper or a slider there. Spiked that one down to the dirt a little too much. Guess you can't say it was in the dirt here, Ryan, since it's carpet.
Yeah, turf, beautiful, allowing us to play this ball game after the rainstorm came through.
We're in trouble now, Ryan. We got 2 in scoring position, nobody out, 2-1 count.
Pitch a little wide there for Fresso. Made a play at it, gathered himself, and threw it down to third. Nothing doing there. So the runners advanced 90 feet. So as you said, partner, second and third here with nobody out. 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. Ball hit high in the air. Second baseman going out. Catches it, sets, keeps the runners at base, and that's a big out right there. Nice play.
That wasn't an easy catch for second baseman. He was playing way infield in, trying to protect against the runner scoring from home. Had a long run to get all the way back there. It's one of those, not sure if it was easier for the second baseman or right fielder, but Poston made the play. Moot point, we got the out. Let's get another one.
Lost the game stream here, but that was Poston at second base. Made the play.
Yeah. Colin, let's go.
There we go. First pitch strike. Like to stay right there. Chopper, shortstop. Gets him at first. Fielder's choice. Single.
It was a smart play by Jonah there, Ryan. A slow roller, didn't really have a play at home. Pumped it and took a look, but then made the right decision to just go over, concede the run, and get the out.
This looks like it's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, the Ruffnecks, with 2 away. Now we got a tie score here. Oakland High School at Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Ball field lights are on. That one misses a little low. 2-0 to count. That ball hammered in the hole between short and third. And there's the go-ahead run. Solid single to left. And with 2 outs, the score is now 3-2 Roughnecks. And all those runs that woulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda are coming back to haunt the long shots as they have done all week. Looked like overthrew that one out of frustration a bit.
Yeah, he's trying to do it all himself at this point or something. I'm not sure. Had to reach back and spiked it. Presser couldn't catch it. Good jump by the runner. He saw the ball bounce away.
Timeout called by head coach Rob Rooney as he makes a slow stroll out to home to the pitcher's mound. Infield up on the mound.
So Graham Roberts in catcher's gears would like to come into this game.
Nobody warming up in the bullpen.
Somebody else might have already been warm. Not sure what we're going to see here.
First visit here by Rob Rooney. And he's going to take the ball from Collin. There's going to be a pitching change here. It looks like maybe Kalina's going to come in and pitch. And this pitching change is going to be brought to you by Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen in Villa Park.
This break of the action's been brought to you by Dairy Queen in Villa Park, 211 East St. Charles Road. Dairy Queen in Villa Park has been in business for over 85 years. The friendly staff will be serving up frozen treats daily. Dairy Queen in Villa Park.
All right, reset here. We got some changes out on the ball field here. We got new pitcher Sam Kalina, new catcher Graham Roberts, the catcher Fresso I think goes to
Renger's over.
Renger,
over there from first, and Kersgaard moves from pitcher to first.
There we go. Everything else stays the same. We got a shout out to Len and Chuck Tassio out there in Downers Grove, Illinois, streaming this ball game live, supporting their grandson.
Whoa. Good backup by Jonah there. Pitcher, throwback to the pitcher, got over his head, but before the runner could get to third, I think both Jonah and Vice Poston were there.
And a strike. Nope. Looked like he was going to pump it. Pulled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here, all with 2 outs this inning has manifested.
2-1, but I think it's 3-0. We'll have to find out.
And I'd say today you got to throw it anyway with the way the slides have been going and sliding past the base, but
Yeah,
you don't want to give up the run.
Go deep into the outfield from the catcher with that wet ball. So damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's right. Runners on the corners here. Ruffnecks putting the pressure on. Long shots here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Hitter gets a piece of that one. Skips back to the netting.
We're back to the top of the lineup here, Ryan. Hitter number 9.
Chopper back to Kalina. Roberts scoops it, fires it over to first. Nice play by Graham Roberts there. Pops out of his crouch, scoops the baseball up and fires it over to first to leave 2 and really minimize the damage there. So now the long shots are chasing 1. We're back at the top of the 6th inning. Long shots 2 and the Roughnecks 3.
And this break in the action has been brought to you by Mac Daddy Salon. Mac Daddy on Madison Street in Forest Park, Illinois. Stop in and ask for Master Stylist Tracy. Frosty Beverages. This break in the action's been brought to you by O'Neill's Pub in Lombard, Illinois, on St. Charles Road, just west of Gray Street. O'Neill's Pub's been in business for over 50 years, serving up your favorite pub fare and all your
Let's go, Sam. Start it off.
Go, Sam.
Let's go. Let's have an inning.
Current pitcher now is playing third base. Now pitching, gets us out of that inning. Sam Kalina, number 2 hitter with a long shot, steps in. Takes a look at that first one low, ball 1.
Get the feeling this is a crucial half inning here for the long shots. Kind of slumbering after that first inning, haven't been able to capitalize on the runners they've had.
Kalina hammers that one to third. Third baseman double clutches, fires it over. It's out number 1. Dugout for long shot, starting to make a little bit of noise over there. I think they're realizing the same thing you have mentioned, partner, is that this is a pivotal moment in the game, chasing 1.
A big leadoff out there for the Ruffnecks. Renger having a good summer, hitting the ball. We need to see him get a line drive somewhere here. We need some line drives, right?
And just needs something, partner. That one hit out in the outfield. It looks like it's going to find the ground, and it does! Center fielder coming all the way over into the gap. Makes a diving attempt. Comes up empty, and Renger reaches. A nice shot in the left center. That's going to bring up Colin Kiersgaard.
That was the line drive we were looking for. Tip of the cap to the outfielder. So often you see guys pull up, afraid to dive, worried the ball's going to go by them, but especially on a wet day like today, that ball's going to stick in the grass. So give everything you got. Try and get your team and your pitcher the out. He just about did it. But kudos to Renger for hitting it hard and getting on first base. Now we got to find a way to get that guy in. So we got a pinch runner over there for Renger.
Looks like it. Not a bad move. First pitch misses the inside corner. It's worthy to note that this is really the Chicago versus Boston battle here. Roughnecks from Boston, Massachusetts. And of course, the long shots from Downers Grove, Illinois. That's outside of Chicago. And so, stolen base attempt there by Byers running for Renger. Slides, comes off the base. Looks like he got back on it. Outfield umpire right on the play.
Ashmore who was running.
Ashmore, pardon me.
go, Colin. Start it up again.
Looks like he got his hand back on the bag, but was called out. And so now with 2 away.
Not sure if that was a hit and run. Collins swung and missed, so he had the man in motion. Swung through it.
Come on, Colin, right here.
And then we saw yet another overslide of a base run. It's been a definite trend here today. Was it the 3rd, maybe the 4th time? So, runners just can't seem to get a handle on their speed going into these bases.
3-1 to count here. See if Collins taken all the way. He does. Then he gets the free pass. Respectfully takes a look at the home plate umpire just to make sure. Maybe he wasn't sure.
That was one of those borderline high. Don't know if especially with the way that umpire Caleb goes to load strike calls. Got way to beat and see how he makes up his mind.
Presso, a lot of power to all fields. Like to see him get into one here. Wait back and drive one over that left fielder's head.
He hit one deep to left. The left fielder made a nice play on early. He had a pop up later in the game, so he needs to find a way to not get too much air underneath one, but just hit it hard someplace.
Misses inside. Nice play by the catcher.
It's always frustrating. And you get a walk, you get a single. But somehow, next thing you know, you look up, there's 2 outs. Nobody on.
That one hit out to right field. Right fielder sliding over, puts the leather on it, and that's going to end the inning here. And so long shots leave 2, leave 1, squander 1, and are chasing 1. We'll be back in the bottom of the 6th here. Long shots 2, Ruffnecks 3. You're watching the Joel and Rhino Show on the Nero Broadcast Network. Back in the action here. Getting late for the long shots here.
2-3-4 up for the Ruffnecks this inning.
Clean it back on the bump here. Looking for a clean inning. Gets first pitch strike on the second baseman for the Ruffnecks.
More players.
Number 2 hitter.
Starting to stream in. Next game after us. I think the Ruffnecks play the Knights. Swing and a miss, 0-2 count.
In high school ball, you can react.
Yeah, high school was in emergency mode there on the delay. Now they have to turn the lights on. Probably wasn't in the budget.
You get like
Collection hat, probably making the rounds here.
1-2 to count. That one hit foul and out of play.
Another tough 2-strike at bat here. The Ruffnecks have managed to pull a lot of those together today. Scrappy, number 2 hitter up here.
The one foul down the right field line, way out of play. Count stays 0-2. I got 1-2. Misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Official game time was around 3:30. Strike 3. Kalina gets him.
Good job, Sam.
We're on 2-hour time limit here. Looks like that one may not have a factor tonight. Going to be close. It's 7 minutes after the hour. Number 3 hitter. Big bat here for the Ruffnecks. First pitch, strike called. One skips past the catcher. Roberts. It's 1-1 the count. Nice hot dog here at the break. Ground ball with a shortstop. Backhands it. Fires it across the diamond. Holds the base. Colin Kiersgaard at first, and that's going to be out number 2.
All right.
Just the way it was drawn up.
Nice backhand. It's short. Good form. Kept his body low. Stayed in front of it. Good job by Kiersgaard to hold the bag there. See if they can get a 1-2-3 inning. Well, they got one more hack at the bases there, or at the bat, Ryan. Top of the
That's it. They got 3 outs to get a run. They tie it anyway. That one hit out into the gap, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Right fielder Byers gets chasing. Dies out there. They might get him at second. Watch the bag. Put the glove on him. In safe at second. And, man, that one was hit on a rope. I was expecting that thing to take off, and it literally just died out there. A little break there for
I think it's that wet grass,
long
Ryan.
shots.
All that rain. I think the ball is squishing into the soft dirt, collecting water as it rolls. And again, the slide into second. That time he held the base, but it was close. He almost lost it again. We got a pinch runner here. First time we've seen 24 enter the game.
2 outs here, man, on second.
I think he's going to steal this. No one's holding him at all.
Yeah, they substitute for speed, looks like. That first pitch offering in there for a strike by Kalina.
No one's even clothing him. I don't know why this guy's not on third base already. You got to have 3 more steps right now. Not quite sure what
Nice
he's
job
doing.
by Roberts there.
If they're going to give you a base, you take it. These coaches.
Yeah, running lead on time. Clock is ticking here. I think it's going to have much of a factor with 2 away here. Long shots will come up with top of the 7th here just to get it done.
Shots are clearly just conceding that base.
Kalina moves ahead here. 1-2. Let's see if he can put away the hitter. The long shot's an opportunity. Last opportunity with the bats to get something cooking.
Here.
Delayed steal.
Outside, skips to the backstop. Runner advances 90 feet. Insurance run for the Roughnecks, sitting at third base now.
So we talked over with it, but he could have easily had that base 3-4 different pitches that at bat. Didn't do it. Now instead of being at home, he's at third.
That ball popped foul down the right field line and out of play. Nothing really pulled in this game today for the Roughnecks. They're looking 2 o'clock all day long, waiting back. A lot of action out there, right center alley. Anything pulled's been on the ground to the shortstop or the third baseman. Just misses low, and now the count is full. Big moment here. First base and second base are open. Not catastrophic, but you'd like to see him get the out here, and the long shot's off the field into the dugout. Oh my goodness. That ball is hammered. Yankin. Oh man! What a play by Ricky Yankin! Motoring 200 feet feet to his right on full sprint, puts the glove up and nabs it in the gap. What a play the young man made for the third out. Woo! Absolute web gem. And now with the long shots chasing one, they're going to get their opportunity with 3 outs left in the top of the 7th coming up in just a minute.
Savings. And this break in the action has been brought to you by our friends at SafeBuilt, a nationwide firm that partners with local governments across the country, supporting the enforcement of safe building, infrastructure, and maintenance standards, helping communities reimagine staffing, refine service delivery, and realize This break in the action's been brought to you by Dairy Queen in Villa Park, 211 East St. Charles Road. Dairy Queen in Villa Park has been in business for over 85 years. The friendly staff will be serving up frozen treats daily. Dairy Queen in Villa Park.
Go, Jonah, start an inning.
All right, back with a dramatic conclusion here as Jonah Romick steps up to the plate. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I'm in desperate need of a leadoff runner here, Ryan.
That one in low.
Yanking on deck. He's got good power. He's coming off that great catch. Pumped up.
A lot of stuff happening here. That one
Electricians
fouled out of
here
play.
Rewiring the booth. It's a strange time to be.
Go, Jonah.
Gotta be able to adapt
come in
here.
and work on their wires. We'll just have to broadcast through it.
2-1 they count. Jonah.
Fine. Give a
Foul.
defensive swing on a 2-1 count.
So Romick, Yenko, and Nero. Or Yenkin and then Nero here. Full count to Romick.
Got to protect here and take that walk, of course. Can't get punched out.
That's going to bring up Ricky Yenkin. Ricky Gazelle out in center field. Nabbed that third out of the last inning.
Just interesting to see how the long shots play this year. Tying run at first and nobody out. Yanking up, Nero on deck. Things could get interesting in a hurry.
Swing away.
Now,
Yankin shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. See if Yankin can bunt for a hit. He committed there. Now the count is 1-1.
yeah, Ricky Ford's first, but if he gets in the way of that catcher, if that catcher makes that throw and he's anywhere in the way, that's interference on Yankee.
Stolen base
On
attempt.
that base.
And once again, the long shots overslide second base. And they put the tag on him, and the leadoff hit is squandered. The second time for the long shots. That's going to be out number 1. And that's wildly frustrating if you're paying attention to this game. Haven't had a lot of.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it with these overslides. I know it's wet, and it's hard to believe.
Three and one to count to Yankin, so the bunt is off the table. Should be 3-2 actually. Oh, he pulled off the first bunt, so. Foul tip, 3-2. Oh. And the drama continues here.
He's got to protect now. Full count. Need that base runner back. One way or the other has got to find his way on here.
With Yankin's speed, something down the line, maybe get him over to second.
Made it easy for Ricky to take that ball.
Let's see.
Now he's at first representing the tying run.
Nero steps
out.
up, deep breath. Not sure if he's thinking bunt here with one out, or
I don't think it's the right time for the bunt. You want to work on fundamentals, but let's try and get a win.
I think
wouldn't want to give him the second out here.
upstairs. Like the approach by Nero there. With one away here. Big moment here in the game. Long shots chasing one run here. And he's overslide second base. And unbelievably, for the third time, we overslide second base. And the runner is out. And the long shots have squandered a single and a leadoff walk. A walk. And
if you're not
just
going to be able to hold the base, don't even steal.
just tough.
Going standing up.
Just tough. And Nero with a different approach here with 1-1 to count. He's just looking for some solid contact here. Nero swings through that one.
Deep breath, you're good. You got it right here.
You got bud. Make it work.
1-2 with 2 away. And that's strike 3 called on the curveball in the inside corner. And that's going to do it for today's game. And we'll be back in the action again tomorrow here. I believe we have an early morning game tomorrow. So we'll be tuned up, hopefully bounce back from this loss and be ready to go. Thanks for watching today's live stream. It's been the Joel and Rhino Show on the Nero Broadcast Network.